I'm Randy and I make candy, and today I'm making marshmallows. Stick around. Greetings, my confectionery caravan, and welcome to Randy Makes Candy, where I help you make tasty treats that people love to eat. I don't know about you, but the taste and texture of a marshmallow makes me think of beach bonfires and wilderness campfires, and there's nothing like a marshmallow to ramp up the flavor of a nice hot mug of cocoa. But for far too long, we've settled for the mediocrity of factory-made marshmallows. Tonight, we rise up and shout, well, we're not actually going to shout anything, but we are going to make some really good marshmallows. As always, I'd love to hear about your results if you decide to make your own marshmallows, as well as suggestions for what you'd like to see in future videos. Okay, let's make this happen. To make this recipe, you'll need 226 grams of corn syrup, 21 grams of unflavored gelatin, 340 grams of granulated sugar, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 2 teaspoons vanilla extract, some powdered sugar, some canola oil, and 226 grams of water, half for the gelatin and half for the sugar syrup. You'll also need an 8x8 square pan lined with parchment or waxed paper, a stand mixer with a whisk attachment, a candy thermometer, and something to cut the marshmallows with. Okay, let's make some marshmallows. Grease the baking pan, then line it with parchment, and grease that as well. If you really want to make it easy on yourself, cut an 8x8 piece of parchment paper, grease it, and set it aside. Add the gelatin and water to the bowl of your mixer and give it a quick stir to combine. Add the corn syrup, sugar, and water to a medium saucepan. Stir it until it's combined, then turn the heat on to medium-high. Let it come to a boil without stirring. Cover the pan with a lid and let the condensation gather for a few minutes to wash down the sides of the pot. Remove the lid, reduce the heat to medium, and attach your candy thermometer to the pan. Let it reach 240 degrees Fahrenheit, continuing to not stir. This might be a good time to talk about altitude and its effect on candy making. We heat sugar syrup to remove moisture. The more moisture we remove, the harder the candy is. Makes sense, right? And as I'm sure you're aware, altitude affects the boiling point of water. The higher the altitude, the lower the boiling point. At sea level, water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit, 100 degrees centigrade. I've linked to a chart down in the description with the amount for other altitudes. According to the chart, if you live 2,000 feet above sea level, the boiling point of water is 4 degrees Fahrenheit and 2 degrees centigrade lower than at sea level. You have to adjust your candy temperatures accordingly. So if I say let it reach 240 degrees Fahrenheit and you're at 2,000 feet, you'll only want it to reach 236 degrees Fahrenheit. If you have questions about that, let me know in the comments section. Okay, back to the recipe. Once your thermometer reaches 240 degrees Fahrenheit, remove it from the pan and remove the pan from the heat. Turn your mixer on medium and slowly pour the syrup down the side of the bowl. If the syrup hits the whisk, it might solidify there, and you don't want that. Add in the vanilla and the salt. Turn the mixer up to high and whip for 7 to 10 minutes. When the mixer bowl is slightly warm to the touch and the mixture looks like this, it's done. The marshmallows will start to set up almost immediately, so move quickly here. Grease a spatula with canola oil, transfer the mixture into the baking pan, and spread it out to the sides. Here's where that extra square of oiled parchment comes in. Put it over the mixture and press it flat. Or you can just grease up your hands and press the mixture flat that way. Let it sit at room temperature for at least 2 hours, overnight if you can. The longer you wait, the easier they'll be to cut. Coat a knife or scissors with canola oil to help prevent sticking. Remove the parchment square and dust the top of the marshmallows with sifted powdered sugar. Sift some more powdered sugar into a large bowl. Remove the marshmallows from the pan. Flip the marshmallows onto your cutting board and remove the remainder of the parchment. Cut your marshmallows into whatever size you like. And put each piece in the bowl of powdered sugar. Once a piece is coated in sugar, bounce it around in your hands a little bit to shake off the excess sugar and place it in a container. And that's it. Okay, let's have a taste. Slancheva. Okay, no lie. I think this is one of the best things I've ever made. That mouthfeel, so creamy. A few chews and it started melting in my mouth. Hang on. Okay, store-bought marshmallow, mouth melting test in 3, 2, 1. No, zero mouth melting. Epic fail, just spongy, with very little flavor. These are just sugar and vanilla, no layers of flavor like some other things we've made, but it has, I don't know, it sounds weird, but the flavor has a purity to it. It's simple, but that simplicity borders on perfection. Maybe I'm going a little zen here, but it is what it is. Oh, hang on. Slancheva. Oh, will you look at that? Oh. Excuse me. Okay, that was just phenomenal. You really ought to try these. Let me clarify that. If you try these, you'll never be satisfied with store-bought marshmallows again. Every time you bite into one, you're going to think about this heavenly cloud of perfection, and you're going to make this face, and a tear is going to run down right here. If you don't want that to happen, definitely don't try these. But if you want to be known as the maven of marshmallows, the superfly of sugar fluff, then you really ought to try these. Happy New Year, and I hope you'll join me next time. Oh, you can also dip these in chocolate. Okay, store-bought marshmallow, mouth melting test. Mouth melting? That's not it.